I want to talk before we get into all the issues. I want to talk about one specific issue between two people, the world's richest billionaire, as well as the world's most powerful leader. Yes, I'm talking about the fight between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And we saw the disintegration of this relationship pretty rapidly because a week before, less than a week before, Elon Musk was in the Oval Office and President Trump called Elon Musk, quote, one of the greatest business leaders and innovators the world has ever produced. And Musk said that he expected to remain a friend and advisor to Trump. That doesn't really seem to be the case because there was a barrage of social media posts, mostly from Elon Musk. Some of the most fiery included Musk claiming Trump was in the Epstein files. He reposted a post saying that President Trump should be impeached. Said that the tariffs would cause a recession. And then Musk has since walked some of those insults back, saying he regretted some of the posts and that he took it a little bit too far. But what do the American people think about this fight?
Well, we asked a series of questions around the fight, more for fun than anything. But I think that this is a fight that Trump wins on a few different dimensions. Elon rightly understood that he overstepped within the fight. So, first and foremost, we ask, who do you generally trust more when it comes to economic policy, Trump or Musk, or neither or both equally? And leaving neither aside, which was 49% of the public and both equally 11%, 33% said they trust Donald Trump versus 7% who said that they trust Elon Musk. So the level of trust when it comes to Trump and his administration around economic policy is 4 or 5 times higher than when it comes to Elon. Then we asked, what were the motivations around the fight? Did you think that Musk was acting out of genuine concern for economic policy, or was he more motivated by his personal and business interests? And 41% mostly motivated by personal and business gain, followed by 35% who said a mix of both, followed by 12% who said it was a genuine concern for national economic policy. So again, some of the motivations, the fact that the EV tax credits were eliminated from the bill, and there were several provisions in there that would personally harm Musk's businesses, this was not lost on the general public. And Elon might have truly been motivated by genuine concern, and voters actually do share concern around the bill that it will add to the national debt. And they're very split on the bill that Trump is trying to put forward, the big, beautiful bill, because of that. But it didn't really come through within the fight, right? And, the labeling, calling it a disgusting abomination, people were very split on whether it was appropriate or inappropriate. So, this is one of those temporary fights. It has already blown over. The plurality, 40% said that this is a temporary fight, whereas the rest, either put their heads up in the air when we asked the question, said too early to tell. Only about a quarter said that there's a growing divide. And the fact that Elon apologized and kind of shifted course says a lot about the way that public opinion settled pretty quickly after the start of this fight.
And let's talk about the moment we saw this fight really ratchet up, which you described as when Elon Musk really went after the big, beautiful bill. And President Trump characterized that legislation as arguably the most significant piece of legislation that will ever be signed. This is his hallmark policy in here. Elon Musk called it a disgusting abomination. Where do the American people feel? Where do they more side with when it comes to this legislation? Do they feel like it's that important as President Trump says? Do they think it's a disgusting abomination like how Elon Musk characterized it? I mean, what do they make of this act?
Well, they're somewhere in the middle, right? And uh, first off, voters are split in their understanding of whether or not the TCJA, the original tax bill from 2017, led to economic growth and prosperity, or whether it just added to debt. So that's the starting point. Then, when you ask them, will it increase, making these tax cuts permanent? Before you get into the elements of the big beautiful bill, because it's a wide ranging bill, when you ask them, will it increase debt? or will it decrease it? By a factor of 2 to 1, they think that it will increase debt. So 40% said increase debt, 21% said decrease the debt in the long term because of economic growth and several other provisions in the package, and the rest were unsure. So while 2/3 of voters have heard of Trump big beautiful bill, and there are provisions in that bill that they like, specific line items, they're very concerned on whether or not the bill balances tax relief and spending. And they really right now think that it adds too much to the federal debt. And therefore, they're quite split on it, quite split on whether it'll make the economy worse or it'll improve the economy. Uh, Trump has not sold the public yet on the big beautiful bill. That's the bottom line of it.